Guys, so sorry for the late videos, but today we are gonna be talking about Tokyo Olympic and news, latest Tokyo Olympic news and the state of emergency being extended to June 20 and more to come. But first of all, the state of emergency in Japan has been, for some regions, some prefectures have been postponed to June 20 due to a high number of COVID cases. Recently, I think until now, there's a drop in spread of virus, but it's still of the variant virus, but it's still high. It's still at around 4,000 for the whole Japan. And the Prime Minister of Japan has been saying that they will postpone the they will not postpone, they will continue the state of emergency to June 20. And moreover, recently the US government has been giving out a travel advisory saying that going to Japan is dangerous at the moment due to the high number of COVID cases. And of course, the situation is very dire. But then this also connects to what the what the Olympic is, whether Olympic is going to be affected or not. For now, I heard that they are not really affected by the U.S. travel advisories, but the IOC and the president of the IOC, or the Olympic Committee, has been saying that they will make necessary sacrifices to continue and to run this Olympic, even though when the COVID cases are still high and the state of emergency. That's what they say. And more and more companies that support this Olympic, like Asahi the beer, who who support in this company, in this Olympic before, has now said that they are backing off from, they are considering to not support, like now they are not supporting it, I heard. And as I think around 60 to 80% of Japanese also has been opposing this Olympic. Even a lot of CNBC news has been saying that, one of the CNBC news that I read has said that it's better to just postpone this Olympic to 2022, which is quite reasonable for me. And the reason I have already said, the reason for the postponement. But currently the situation is very dire, and even the athletes have been quite uncertain whether they want to attend the Olympic now or not, as the number of COVID cases in Japan is still worryingly high. And when the state of emergency is still going on, it's quite dangerous, I would say. But moreover, the scary thing is that the committee is saying that necessary sacrifices are meant to be made when doing this Olympic, which means that it's some, how would I say, it's like they don't really care about the they don't really care about the consequences that the Japanese would be having if the Olympic continues. But then, of course, what can we do as a people? We cannot. We have to be complaining to the committee instead of the government. That's what I've been saying for months, I think, because from my way of seeing how the situation is that the government would love to be postpone this Olympic, I would say, but then the Olympic Committee, the IOC, has been reluctant to postpone or cancel it. They just wanted this Olympic to go on, Tokyo Olympic. And the one who the head of the committee of Tokyo Olympic has been saying that they will still push ahead for the Olympic, which is, I think she was forced to say it. It's not that she doesn't want to. It's not like she voluntarily said it, but she have to say it. She had to say it just to basically keep her job as the head of committee for the Olympic, and that's the only reason that I see it why. And don't forget that these people that wanted the Olympic to go ahead in 2021 are the people who don't really think about Japanese people or any other people that much. They only think about money. And I would say that for one reason is that if the Olympic goes ahead, then that means that there will be income for them from the TV rights and all of that. And they would not really care about the how test. They don't really care about the how the vibe of the games or whatever. That's for them. I think it's just nonsense. What I think they're saying is that this Olympic is a pathway for them to earn more money, as they have lost a lot of money in Olympic. I mean, last year the only reason I think last year the Olympic is being postponed is that I think it was due to the fact that there's no choice. They don't really want to go ahead because it's quite it's a dangerous situation. But currently, I would say not confidently, but I would say that maybe the reason why they want the games to go ahead is just because of money, especially like they want the TV rights earning and all of that money that they want. They don't really care about the athletes. I mean, I also read the news recently that they for like the athletes are being, I would not say told, are given a choice to sign a waiver for, let's just say when this is my interpretation, but I don't know if this is true or not. I have just read one news, but let's see in the coming days. The contract or the waiver is saying that during the case when, let's just say, the athletes get maybe COVID or maybe they get the heat wave and then gets heat stroke like that or something like that, and something that's related to health and heat. I heard. Then if they sign for this, that means that even if they, let's just say, they die due to the heat wave or due to the COVID, then it's not the Olympic Committee fault, and it's more into the athletes' fault that they cannot maintain their health, and that's one of the thing that make turn me off as a person who just think that postponement of Olympic is right. Like these people, this IOC committee is just, they don't necessarily think about the athletes or the people in general. They only think about money. They only think about their pockets, I would say, compared to these people who wanted the game to be postponed at least or cancelled. And this is quite a scary thing. Tokyo Olympic, if it was being held this year, might become one of the most, I would say, is potential to become one of the most controversial and the worst Olympic ever in the history of every Olympic. And that's quite a scary thing that we don't really want. But we are facing it right now, head to head, directly. That's why I've been saying that hopefully it get postponed or at least cancelled, because at least it just shows that they still have some care, they still have some, we can still trust them. But then with this kind of comments that say sacrificial is necessary and all those sort of nonsense, trusting them is quite clearly becoming a problem. The trust issues between IOC and us as the people who watch it, as the citizen, as I said, citizen of Japan. And another concerning part is that COVID is not an ending. COVID is just starting, I would say. It's just, it haven't ripped. I think that we are only seeing the, you haven't see the true potential of the COVID being spread around. We're only just seeing the start of it. The start of COVID, which is quite concerning, but that's my prediction is that this, the spike haven't even started to happen actually. Like I would say that last year and this year it has been quite a story, but the spike of the height that it can reach is still potentially higher than now. You could say that the India case, I would say the India case of COVID, where they would just increase suddenly to become 400 300K per day of COVID cases. I think that it can push through higher. I would say it's quite scary situation, and unless we do follow all of these guidelines to keep safe for ourselves and try not to spread it to others, and maybe try to just limit of going out like that. Maybe you can still keep it low and maybe steadily going down. But with the India is the one of the cases that can, that might happen. I mean, like this, it's how to say, it's just like the US now the India. You see that these two, you could see the similar how they increase, it just suddenly increased to the very very high. But that's, I don't think that's the potential of it. The potential might be higher, and they could just, the variant is, I think still there's still more of it than just only this thing 100 and something. There are still more. Vaccine, I would say it's very important right now. But if let's just say more people just say they don't want to get the vaccine, then I might say that it's quite dangerous, as it's basically COVID. It's just like, let's just say it's easy to make to have a variant of COVID, and that's the scary thing. What happens if they just become immune to this vaccine, and that means that they have to recreate new vaccine, and then the same thing that happened in India will happen again. And that's the scary part that we don't want to happen, but we have to face the truth. It can happen, it might happen, but if there's a way to prevent it, but if that way is not being used, then of course it will happen. But I think that's it for now, guys. So hopefully you guys this video, like this video, subscribe and comment on this video and share this video, so that maybe one day the IOC might postpone this Olympic, and we'll all be celebrating as a with Japanese citizens could celebrate, because this is quite a concerning situation, and even the athletes, I would say it's quite a concerning situation that we need to take this seriously actually. Instead of just maybe complaining government, the government does not have the power to just cancel the game. It has it is in the hands of the IOC actually, and that's the scary part. But hopefully we can improve this, and maybe we should start a petition to for the IOC instead for the government, because government will receive it, but they cannot do anything. So that's the concerning part. But hopefully you guys like this video, and please subscribe and share this video to get, let's just say, to get more videos especially, and click the notification bell, I think. And see you guys next time. Bye bye.